Hi there, Trish Robischaud here from MS Relief, and with Don Silverstein, my intrinsic weight loss coach and wellness coach. And I think I give you a different title every week, don't I?
You do.
You know what? I think that is reflective of, like, you know, what you're doing for me. Like, seriously, and it shifts every week. You know, the
Right.
emphasis changes. So the emphasis feels like it changes to me. Anyways, we are here for another episode of Weight Loss for Wellness, my journey with obesity and food addiction. And I had a pretty good week.
Mm-hmm. Well, first let me say that you are shrinking before my eyes. It's amazing, amazing. And I know that you're dropping weight, but it's not just that. Your energy is lighter. And I think that that's just something I just wanted to acknowledge, that I see that you are changing. So, I don't know, maybe we could talk about that a little bit too. I know you're saying you had a good week, so what was good?
Well, I saw my cardiologist.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the highlight of my week. Usually one doesn't leave the cardiologist's office feeling good.
Right.
But, you know, he made a really big deal out of my weight loss. He let me know that he was really, really pleased with the transformation. He took me off one of my medications.
That's fantastic.
My cholesterol medication.
Great.
And, still on the blood pressure, still on all kinds of other things. And of course I'm diabetic. I don't take insulin, I take metformin.
You don't take insulin, you take metformin.
Right. No, I don't take insulin. I take 2 metformin with breakfast and 2 with dinner. So, and I know for sure that I know people who have diabetes who have lost weight, a significant weight, and have eventually been able to get off the metformin. So I'm really hoping that's going to happen.
That's my hope for you as well. I think that you're certainly on the way. So that's great. It's so nice to have a medical doctor acknowledge your efforts, and I'm sure that you made his day as well.
No kidding. That was he was thrilled.
Good.
And you know, he shook my husband's hand and told, "Oh, you must be so proud of her." And it was just yeah. So yeah, it was a good day. It was definitely good. And I think it was. Wait a minute. Today is Thursday. I think it was Monday that you emailed me because last time we met, I was supposed to take a walk. And I was supposed to email you when I got home, and I didn't take the walk on that day. So, and I completely forgot to email you.
Right.
Yeah, that's I didn't take the walk, so of course I forgot to email you.
Funny how that works.
But I have to tell you that you tried a new approach to get to me, to motivate me, and you did.
What did I do? What was my
you sent
new
me
method?
now,
Yes.
just to know what happened with my walk,
Right.
and reminding me to think about how it's going to feel to achieve my goal to be able to walk around the block with the boys.
Right.
The boys with the dogs.
Yes.
Anyways, so, and at first when we started talking about, like, my starting to walk, kind of like in training for that walk around the block, right?
Right.
I had said, well, I walk to the back of the yard once a day anyway, right? And you said that's not the same thing. No. And I didn't understand why. Until I did it. And then I think it was, what's today, Thursday, on Tuesday.
Right.
Tuesday, I went for a walk. And I walked to the end of the driveway, and then 3 houses that way, and then I crossed the street, the 3 houses, came back the 3 houses, and then across the street to come home.
Really?
And I'm sure the average person is like,
sorry.
Yeah, but that was a big deal for me.
We don't really care about the average person because, number
right.
one,
Those of us
you're not average. You're so beyond average. You're just fabulous, or you're not average. So that's number one. And number two, I don't really care. I don't really care about anybody else. I don't. We're talking about you.
It was significant. Actually, I ran into this young woman. She looked like she was, I don't know, maybe 18 to 22 or something like that. And she was walking these 2 little Yorkies. Mm-hmm. And I'm such a huge dog lover. Of course, I have to say, can I pet your dogs, right? And so she stopped playing with the dogs. And then I caught her when she was sort of crossing the street. And I didn't really notice until after I walked away that she was going to the house that I was in front of. So this young woman lives like 3 doors from me, and I've never seen her before in my life, right?
Wow.
And it dawned on me, and I even said to her, and poor her, she didn't know what the heck I was talking about. But I just, and I said, and I introduced myself, and I showed her my house where I lived, and I said, I looked at her and I said, imagine what happens when you actually leave the house.
It's a whole new world out there. There's puppies everywhere.
There's puppies everywhere. That's the best right there.
So tell me what was going through your mind while you were doing it and when you got home.
It was a little unnerving.
Yeah.
During the course of the entire, took me, I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that. Mm-hmm. During that 10 minutes, I was out there with my cane, but my bad leg, my right knee gave out on me probably about 10 times in that 10 minutes. And so, in terms of that, I came home feeling frustrated, but determined.
Good.
I didn't go out again yesterday. Mm-hmm. When I got home, I thought on Tuesday. When I got home, I thought, okay, I'm not gonna go tomorrow, so I can give my body a day of rest from this walk.
Right.
Because I want to minimize any residual symptoms that might come around, you know.
Right.
Because you can bet your bottom dollar by the time I got home, I had no feeling at all whatsoever in like my entire leg and you know. And so I want to know that my body's recovering between existence, from the MS, the symptoms.
Right.
Walking,
which is, we understand is it's overstimulation. So you're smart to give yourself a rest in between because it needs to die down. But it's also not. It doesn't mean you're sicker. It's overstimulation. Well, so did those symptoms quiet down? Like, how are you feeling today?
Today I'm okay. I think I'm going to be okay. So I'm going.
So what's your goal then to do it again tonight or to give it another day? Tonight.
No,
great.
Try again. I'm going to try again tonight.
And do the same circuit. Don't add. Just do it again. Great. Great. So what positive things did you feel then when you got home? There's the concern, which is we need to discuss that you just expressed. But what positive things did you feel when you got home?
Well, I'll tell you positive before I even got home. While I was out there, It felt so good. It felt like I was out of a cage.
Ooh, really?
It's a cage that I put myself in.
Of course, yeah. Well, we all do that on some level about something.
But, I mean, because seriously, working from home, I only leave the house maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, not any more than that. And on the days that I don't leave the house, probably 50% of those I don't even go outside.
Right.
Right? So very sedentary lifestyle.
Right.
And
isolated.
Yes. I mean, I love virtual networking,
Yes,
like my life as my business partner, and you and my life as my coach and partner through MS Relief as well, and there's loads of people that I know.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're busy.
Awesome,
yeah. Right. It's different though.
It is different, but it was a choice, a conscious choice. When I first started my business, I tried to do the networking in person, like everybody says you have to do.
Right. And it's exhausting.
You can't just go to one meeting. You have to go every month in order to make a difference, right?
Right.
Well, it didn't take me very long before I realized that this wasn't going to work for me with my MS.
No.
So I've been online with my business, working online since 2004. Yeah.
So the being outside though has nothing to do with your business. So like we talked a little bit about balance, and this is a way for you to break up your day and make it not about your business, make it about you. So was it a sunny day? Was the sun shining?
Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
So how did that feel to have the sun shining on you?
Awesome. I love the feeling, the warmth of the sun. If it's not a hot day, and it wasn't a hot day.
Right. And how did it smell? What did you see?
Saw doggies. I met a neighbor I didn't even know I had.
Right. And, so you already expanded your world.
Yes, exactly. I expanded my world. I met 2 doggies. Oh yeah, and a lady. I definitely expanded on my world. I boosted my confidence too. I was kind of apprehensive about how far I was going to be able to walk. Like once I had gone like the halfway point, I was like, having already lost my knee like 5 times by then, I was thinking I've gone too far, I shouldn't get, out this far.
Right.
But I made it home okay.
Good. Right.
So I started thinking, if I had a walker for that walk instead of my cane, I would feel safer.
Good. I was just going to ask you, what could you do to make yourself feel more secure? Because there might be days when you go out and maybe you do go a little too far. So then what? So do you have a walker that turns into a chair?
I don't have a walker, period.
Oh. So, but you know the walker I mean. I
do know.
You turn it around, you can sit in it?
Yes.
Is that something that you would consider?
I already have actually been looking at it, and I think at the end of the month when I get a new budget at the end.
Yes.
I think that's going to be a priority next month.
I actually think that piece of equipment is going to be key to you reaching this goal. I do. So I would very seriously look at acquiring one of those. For a lot of reasons, I think just for your own sense of security, but just like also logistically and practically, if you need to sit and rest for 5 or 10 minutes, you're going to find out every house in your neighborhood that has a dog. And you can schedule your stops so that you can actually sit and rest for a few minutes and talk to them and pet their dogs and then continue on. And I think that that's actually going to draw you out of the house more often. Do you think that that's a possibility?
I think that's a definite possibility.
Does it sound appealing?
If it sounds like my tone has changed from where it was like 30 seconds ago, it's because I've never needed a walker before.
Okay, but you're not needing a walker. Your need for a walker
I know
is different here.
I understand it's about the safety.
Yeah.
It's also about being able to sit and rest. It's very practical.
Right.
Totally. And I'm not telling you, Dawn, that I'm resistant to getting one. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just...
No, I know, but I see that there's a change in your demeanor.
There was an emotional shift for me when you said you think that it's going to be key to my achieving my goal. My breath caught in my throat when you said that. So
what does it mean to you if you need the walker?
Okay, the first thing that came to my mind was that my MS is advancing, and that's a scary thought for me.
Okay.
But the second thought that came to my mind was, no, it just means I'm pushing myself to do something that I haven't done in over 10 years or more.
Right.
And so I need, and if I can do it, even with the help of a walker, then there's hope of my doing more.
Yes.
But
because is it a true statement that your MS is worse? Is that a true statement?
It's
on a day-to-day basis, would you say that that's a true statement?
Is it hard to say that? Yeah, it is hard to say that, and yes.
Okay, so or is this about you are challenging yourself to do something that you had not done before, and it may not, you had no need for this tool?
Yes, because I had no need for that tool because I have never attempted to walk around the block on my own since the MS.
Okay. Is that something, could you shift your thinking to that?
I agree with you. I agree with you. The, as I said, my initial reaction is an emotional one.
Right.
My second reaction is like sanity, because I know that a walker would enable me to be able to safely navigate a trip around the block on a daily basis.
Yeah, it would.
And it could be.
And what would that do to your world? What would that do to your
it would certainly
weekly world?
I might get more vitamin D, you know.
Yes, you would.
It would definitely, and you know, it's kind of exciting actually. It must be exciting to me because I'm already starting to think, well, okay, during the heat of the summer, usually my afternoon break from work is between 2 to 6. Take 2 to 6 off.
Right.
But that's maybe too warm to be walking, I don't know.
Yes, I think so.
So I don't know whether I'll do like a 9 o'clock at night to kind of walk. Because I'm far more likely to be walking outside at 9 o'clock at night than 9 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
You know, that I just don't do
You're
morning.
An owl. Yeah, you're a night owl.
Anyways, yeah, I know that it's the right thing to do, and I know in my head, my heart, that I will embrace this.
Right.
But just that moment thinking about that I need the walker to do this. I did have an emotional reaction, but I'm okay with it. It's going to be okay. I'm going to be fine.
Yeah. And it's part of the process. It's an acknowledgement, and I think it actually makes you stronger for acknowledging that you need some assistance in an area.
But it's no surprise to me that it's an emotional thing.
Not at all. Not at all surprising.
The first day I had to use a cane,
yeah.
I think I cried for 3 days.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So,
and I think a lot of people that resonates with a lot of people, definitely.
Yeah. Most of our viewers are people with MS, so
right.
They know that you and I both have MS.
Right.
So nothing unusual in the journey at all, the emotional ups and downs, but
right.
all in all, it felt really good to get out. And
good.
And the food obsession switch is still off.
Appetite awareness sheet still.
You know what? I used it for like 3 days. And then I don't have to use it anymore. Now
you don't need it.
Yeah. I'm so in the zone, Dawn, with it. It's
awesome.
It's like this is like really the time in my life it's actually going to work,
Good for you. That's great. Good.
I actually have realized why in the past why I go without meals.
Oh, what's that?
It's because I've gotten to a place with food that the obsession switch is not on, and I have no interest in food, and therefore I don't bother. Well, now I know better because I know that if I don't eat, then I'm going to trigger a binge, right? I'm trigger an overeat, right?
Right.
So I just keep grazing all day, like every hours I wander into the kitchen and I think it's time to have something to eat again. Even if I don't feel hungry, I get a sense. I don't know whether it's my blood sugar, maybe, because I only take it once a day. I don't take it in the morning. I should take it off. Anyways, get a good week. Sounds good.
All right, have another great week.
Thanks a lot, Dawn.
Take care.
And thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Weight Loss for Wellness on Choose Joy TV at MS Reviews. Have a great week. Take care.